Hello everybody, welcome back to another ironic video, and today we're gonna talk about a little bit about the tournament that I participated in the previous video that I uploaded in my channel, because it's been a while, and I wanted to give a recap on everything that's been happening and what's to come to the future, and as well as I guess do some predictions on some of the teams that are coming up, because TBIC 2 is just in a couple of days, and I've done this recording over 5 times. There are many news. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to try to speed run this. I don't want to make this 20 minutes. I want to make this like 10 minutes and that'll be fine. So watch as I go through every single team, everything that's been happening before, and also my predictions. So without further ado, let's get started with the non-canon event that happened kind of like a month ago, I guess at this point. Where we participated in a non-canon event of TBSA, which is, to test out with 4 teams instead. And the winners were myself, Pup Gaming, Piffber, and Zonar. I'm planning to do like a highlight moments video, as well as put in the recording that I did, like the full 3-hour unedited version of it in the description down below. So should be coming out by next week, hopefully, if I finish editing. But if not, it'll come out eventually. So yeah, TBSC non-canon, expect that soon. You'll see what it is. But next up, let's get talking about the TBIC teams, because that's right. TBIC 2 is pretty much on March 16th, which is to this day, 2 days here. And we're going to be talking about the teams. So Team 1 is Diamond Deers, Birdboy Games, Hermicree, Jad, and Breadbeanie. Very fun team. It's all about the mods. I'll explain to them a little bit about how well they do, but this is also the mods' last team, to be specific. They might participate if they want to again, but after that, they'll go and retire. But yeah, this will be a really fun team. Next up, we have the Fuchsia Foxes, which is Fawn Aardvark, Happy Manster, Blex, and Rai Rai. Rai Rai being our first newcomer, which is very exciting. We have a lot of newcomers coming in around, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, this team's pretty good, pretty all around. I think mainly it's PvP than movement, but yeah, pretty fun team. Next up, we have the Golden Keys, and this team, oh boy, very scary team. Starting off with Crew Grant and Not Sherpa. Both of these are S tiers. Grant is like number 1 and Sherpa's like number 3 or 4. Similar scale level than mine, except he's more better at PvP. I feel like we have a bit of similar parkour, movement skills, but they're, it depends really. But yeah, very scary team. And also, we cannot forget about Plants and Cyrus, also I think known as Junie and Isaac. Very fun team. There's going to be a lot of, I don't think there's going to be many chaos. I know Grant and Sherpa together are chaos. I've been in calls with them before. And then yeah, there's going to be a very fun team, but also a very scary team. So yeah, watch out for this team. Next up, J Jaguars. It's me, Zonar, Olive Rosewood, and Stratisfaction, also known as Stratos, which is our second newcomer, actually. Pretty much fun team. I've already won like 2 events. Well, technically 1, but 2 basic, but 2 in general. But yeah, very fun team. Hopefully I don't win this time, but if we do, hey, I'm getting benched probably, but yeah. Next up, we have the Turquoise Turtles. Random Homo Sapien, Space Void, Fantasy All Way, Calculus. These 4 people, these 4 competitors, very scary. All really good players. And if I had to bet, this is probably one of the teams that's gonna make it to Dodge Bolt, because it's just a very scary team. Everyone here does exceptionally well. So yeah, pretty much that's that. And finally, the Violet Vipers, which has Pup, Moonblade, Assumption, Piffbear. If I had to choose one team to watch, if I wasn't a part of this tournament, it would be this team, because this is a very chaotic team and also a very fun team. Especially Moon and Piffbear, that's going to be a wild ride. But of course, like I said, there's still some tabs left. You'll see soon what it is, because we got some team substitutions. Yeah, not everybody could have made it, so to give you a bit of something, there are a couple of substitutions. First of all, CyberRay could not make it. I'm sorry, not CyberRay. Rai could not make it to the event, or had something to do. So CyberRay is subbing in, and CyberRay is one of my friends. Next up, we have the Violet Vipers, who has Corey, who could not sub in. Corey is subbing in for Moonblade. And then we go back to Moonblade being subbed in. As well as a final substitution alert, Squad will be taking over Moon because of another situation. Additionally, I forgot to mention this, but Fawn also cannot play and will be by Audles. Pretty much, it's like a similar equal version either way, so it's not really going to make much of a difference. But yeah, this team is still going to be scary with autos. But yeah, like Violet Vipers have like 4 team substitutions, so that's great. So let's hope that nobody has to sub out. But yeah, aside from that, that's pretty much it for all the the team announcements, what happened before. So let's gonna move on to, of course, the team predictions. Now, these are my first predictions. Is pretty much just really seeing them first, and I kind of already explained it a little bit. Just to give you turquoise, I think they're gonna come first, no doubt. Gold, this is gonna be second. They're again the S tier duo is really powerful. Third, Fuchsia Foxes, as you can see. Autos is new, and this team is still scary, both in PvP and somewhat in movement. So it's going to be interesting how Autos will, who will be the leader actually in general. I thought it was going to be Autos, but it could be anybody in this team really. So it'll be interesting to find out. Next up, we have Violet in fourth. Even with Squid, I still think this team is slightly better, but I think it also similar strength, so it won't be that bad. Fifth, I put ourselves. Hopefully, we'll do good enough to even do better than fifth. But if we're gonna play for fun, it's fine. It really doesn't matter much. These are just my predictions, and yeah. Finally, of course, this is Diamond with Bird, Hermit, Jen, and Bread. Pretty much it's gonna be a more for a fun team. Unless Bird pops off, this team will probably be one of the lower side. But hey, we're all here to have fun, so it's gonna be all a great time and everything like that. And those are my first predictions. Now we're gonna move on to team strengths and weaknesses. This is going to be mainly kind of what teams each is better and what teams each team is like weak. So we'll be going through. This will kind of help if like any team wants to like get better at something. Even though I'm going to probably be posting this the day before the tournament, which is not a great idea. But hey, who cares really? It's just going to be for fun, these predictions. So Diamond, I put a 2.2 in average. Skybound on BattleBox, not a really great PvP team, but they can maybe pull it off with a couple of concrete rushes in BattleBox, and in Sky Battle, playing it safe, trying to pick off teams one by one. But movement is going to be great, and also Dynaball is going to be great because they're a pretty good Dynaball team. So yeah, movement kind of won last, and PvP won first. Next up, we have Fuchsia. For Fuchsia, what I have is a 2.4. I feel like their averages I had to tone down a little bit after Fawn, had to sub out. But the team is still like pretty good in general. You'll see that mostly some of the teams are going to be like a huge scale, like probably more than 3 points. And most teams are going to be at like the 2 range, which are the more balanced teams. But yeah, this team is just overall just pretty average with every single game. Skybound and BattleBox pretty good at PvP. Dynaball's also pretty good, as well as I can see, many of the movement games can be also average as well. Next up, we have Golden Team. I put them at 3.2. The reason being is that Sky Battle and BattleBox, it's mainly it's PvP, but it's also a team game in some way. So if they all stick together, this team is a power combo pretty much. Dynaball as well. Grant is like the best Dynaball player in the tournament so far, as well as average on Parkour Warrior to get to the side and hole in the wall. They could all do well. It depends really on how the team works on. Next up, we have, I think, the J Jaguars. 2.6. I feel like we have a really good chance at a couple of games. Sky Battle 1, BattleBox 2, not so great on the PvP side, but we're pretty good on the Dynaball and also the movement side. So if we pull it off and play the PvP games first, we'll do great. Next up, we have the Turquoise Turtles. This is 3.4, really good team, like I said. Just perfect on all like PvP games. If there's one PvP team, that is the PvP team. And then for movement games, it really depends how well they'll do. And finally, with Violet, a 2.6, similar to our things. They're slightly better at PvP than us, and they're way good at Dynaball, but the movement isn't so great for them. So it really depends how they want to kind of keep the PvP games a little bit later. But if they want the PvP games first as well, it's not really going to matter much. And with that being said, we also have the these are the final statistical placements. Turquoise in first, Gold in second, Violet in third, Jade in fourth, Fuchsia in fifth, and Diamond in sixth. Between Jade and Violet, it could really depend, but I feel like Violet will probably get third just because they have more stronger members than our team. And then we also have the individual placements. I'm gonna put everyone for top 10. I put Grant first, Sherpa second, Random third, myself in fourth, and Autos and Cal, I could see them doing really well, getting fifth and sixth. And then for 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, I put Pup in 7th, 8th Space, Bird 9th, and Exception 10th. And with that, we have the rest of the members over here. Pretty much, I feel like most of the newcomers are going to do really well on their first tournament, but oh god, we'll see how well they'll do in the next tournaments, because it's a really balanced tournament, I'm not going to lie, but it really depends how well they'll do in the tournament and how well each of them can adapt to their teams. But yeah, aside from that, these are kind of just more fun predictions that I made, even though I did some statistical things in here and there. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I might do more of these like before, tournaments, events have happened. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next ironic video.